Students, so I am here with the next video of chapter 3 water. In my previous videos I have explained you about the properties of water. In this video we will discuss some activities or the experiments to show that water contain dissolved salt as well as dissolved gases. Okay, so how to start? First let's start with the experiment to prove or to show that water contain dissolved salt. So here we have to do some arrangement. First you have to take a beaker half filled with water, and that beaker has to be used as a water bath. When we have to heat something indirectly, then we use the water bath. So this beaker with half filled water has to be kept over the tripod stand and heated, and over this beaker we have to keep a watch glass which has some टैप वाटर. ओके, उस वॉच ग्लास पे कुछ थोड़ा सा टैप वाटर डाल के उस वॉच ग्लास को इस बीकर के ऊपर रखना है, एंड वी हैव टू हीट दिस बीकर so that the indirect heating will be given to the tap water which is present over the watch glass. Now slowly the water will get evaporated, and you can see the watch glass in light. It will show the concentric rings. Actually these concentric rings are nothing, just the deposition of those in those salts or a residue which is left after the process of evaporation. So this concentric ring shows that water contained dissolved salts which were present before, but now only the water has been evaporated and the salts are left behind in the form of ring. So tap water, river water, well water, all these type of water, they contain dissolved salts, but rain water, which is the purest form of water, has nothing dissolved in it, so it will not form this concentric rings. Same with the distilled water. Distilled water is prepared by evaporation and condensation, so already the dissolved substances have been removed, so distilled water will not form these concentric rings. So this is the proof for dissolved salt in water. But how the dissolved salts are useful for us? Yes, of course. फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, दे प्रोवाइड मिनरल. एसेंशियल मिनरल्स जो हैं वो हमें इन्हीं सॉल्ट्स के थ्रू मिलते हैं. सो सॉल्ट एंड मिनरल आर एसेंशियल फॉर ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ प्लांट. नेक्स्ट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट दे गिव टेस्ट टू वाटर. जनरली वाटर हैज़ सम यूनिक टेस्ट. इट इज़ ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ दीज सॉल्ट्स. अगर आप डिस्टिल वाटर को पी के देखेंगे, इट विल टेस्ट फ्लैट because it has no dissolved salt in it. Next, it also supply the essential mineral needed by our body. Means two main importance of dissolved salt is there. It gives taste to water and it gives mineral supplement to our body. Next is the activity to explain that water also contain dissolved air. येस ऑफ कोर्स, जो एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर है वो जब लेक, रिवर में, सी में जो वाटर पड़ा हुआ है, कंटिन्यूसली दैट वाटर, द अपर सरफेस ऑफ वाटर इज़ इन कॉन्टेक्ट ऑफ एयर, सो स्लोली दिस एयर गेट डिजॉल्व. धीरे धीरे जो एयर है वो वाटर में डिजॉल्व होती जाती है, बट द कंपोजिशन चेंजेस. You know the composition of air. Air has 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen and 1% other gases. लेकिन जब यही एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर वाटर में डिजॉल्व होती है, देन डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द डिफरेंट एक्सटेंट ऑफ सॉलिबिलिटी, ऑक्सीजन वाटर में ज़्यादा सॉलिबल है, नाइट्रोजन वाटर में कम सॉलिबल है, और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑल्सो सॉलिबल इन वाटर. तो उस सॉलिबिलिटी के बेसिस पे जो कंपोजिशन है वो थोड़ा चेंज हो जाता है. सो ऑक्सीजन which was present as 21% in air, but in dissolved water it becomes the content of oxygen becomes 33%, because oxygen is more soluble in water than nitrogen. So composition of oxygen become 33% and that of nitrogen becomes 66%, because nitrogen is comparatively less soluble in water, and carbon dioxide become 1%. Now we have to show that tap water also contain dissolved gases or the air. So we have to take a round bottom flask which is completely filled with tap water, and that has to be heated. So we have to keep this round bottom flask over the tripod stand and we have to start to heat, and then we have to connect a delivery tube which opens into a graduated tube, okay, which is kept inverted, उल्टा रखा हुआ है over the trough, and it is filled with water. So what happens on heating this tap water? Heating is a process which decreases the solubility of gas. ये बात याद रखना है. जो gaseous सॉल्यूट्स हैं या जो डिज़ोल्व गैसेस हैं, देयर सॉलिबिलिटी ऑलवेज डिक्रीजेज ऑन हीटिंग। जब आप किसी भी लिक्विड को या सॉल्वेंट को हीट करते हैं तो उसकी डिज़ोल्व गैसेस बाहर आ जाती हैं क्योंकि उनकी सॉलिबिलिटी हीट करने पर डिक्रीज़ हो जाती है। द सेम थिंग हैपन्स हियर ऑल्सो। जैसे ही आप इस टैप वाटर को हीट करेंगे, द सॉलिबिलिटी ऑफ द एयर डिक्रीज एंड इट बिकम्स इनसॉल्युबल, और वो इनसॉल्युबल होके वो सारी गैसेस बाहर आएंगी, बाहर निकलेंगे, then they will get only this delivery tube to escape, and they will pass through delivery tube, and you can see that air bubbles are coming through the graduated tube, and this air or the gas has occupied the space at the top of this graduated tube. अब ये गैस या एयर यहाँ पे कहाँ से आ गई? हमने सिर्फ वाटर को हीट किया एंड वी हैव नॉट गिवन एनी स्पेस बिकॉज एवरीथिंग वॉज कम्प्लीटली फिल्ड विद वाटर. देन वाई दिस एयर और द गैस हैज़ ऑक्यूपाइड द स्पेस हियर? दिस इज बिकॉज दैट डिजॉल्व्ड एयर हैज़ बीन एस्केप थ्रू द डिलीवरी ट्यूब एंड इज ऑक्यूपाइंग द स्पेस हियर. और अगर आपके दिमाग में ये बात आती है कि हम हीट कर रहे हैं तो इस वाटर से वेपर्स भी तो बन के आ सकती हैं. ऑफकोर्स वाटर वेपर भी आएंगी, बट दीज वाटर वेपर्स विल सून गेट कंडेंस एंड बिकम लिक्विड अगेन बिकॉज we are heating this flask. This portion is not heated, so this graduated tube is the cooler part. So as soon as this water vapor will come in contact of this tube, they will condense and become water again, but still you will find that this space is left here, this space which is occupied by gas. So from where this gas has come here? It is from these gases. They have occupied the space here just because they escaped from the tap water in which they were dissolved before. Okay, so these are the two experiments or the activities which show the dissolved solute and the dissolved solid and dissolved gases. Now what is important of dissolved air in water? This is also a very important question. Of course, the marine or aquatic life, they also do the process of respiration, so they need oxygen for the breathing process. That oxygen they take from the dissolved oxygen. Okay, so marine life, they use this dissolved oxygen for the respiration. Second, what is the use of dissolved carbon dioxide? The aquatic plant, they use the dissolved carbon dioxide for the process of photosynthesis. They also do the process of photosynthesis. For that they need the carbon dioxide gas. Sunlight they are getting, chlorophyll is there, but carbon dioxide they get from the dissolved gases. And carbon dioxide which is dissolved in water also react with limestone. जो वाटर जो है लाइमस्टोन उसके अंदर अगर पड़ा हुआ है, then this carbon dioxide which is dissolved in water, it comes in contact with limestone and changes into calcium bicarbonate. तो वो जो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट है वो कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. एंड द मरीन ऑर्गेनिजम्स जैसे स्नेल, ऑयस्टर्स, दे एक्सट्रैक्ट दैट कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट फ्रॉम द कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट टू बिल्ड देयर शेल्स. ये जो शेल्स ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं, इनकी शेल्स जो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट की बनी होती हैं, सो दे आर गेटिंग दिस कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट फ्रॉम दैट कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट विच on the other hand is prepared in the sea by the action or by the dissolution of carbon dioxide, by the reaction of carbon dioxide with limestone and water. Okay, so these are the importance of air dissolved in water. Go through these points. Now I am going to start exercise 3A. In this video I will complete first 10 questions of this exercise, so I request everyone to write all these questions, start your work in your fair copy, and the remaining question we will finish in the next video. Okay, so I am starting with the first question given in exercise 3A. First question is, water exists in all the three states discussed. So start writing the answer. Water naturally exists in all the three physical states, full stop. It exists as solid ice or snow, liquid water and gaseous water vapor. Okay, so this is the answer of question number 1. Water naturally exists in all the three physical states, exists as solid ice or snow, liquid water and gaseous water vapor. Coming to question number 2, why is water considered a compound? Write the answer. Water is a compound because it is made up of elements hydrogen and oxygen which are combined in a fixed ratio of 2:1 by volume and 1:8 by mass. आपने पढ़ा है ना कंपाउंड के बारे में, किसी भी सब्सटेंस को हम कंपाउंड कब कहते हैं, जब उसके कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट एलिमेंट्स एक फिक्स्ड रेशियो में कंबाइन करते हैं। तो वाटर के कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट एलिमेंट्स हैं हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन, एज दे आर कंबाइंड इन अ फिक्स्ड रेशियो ऑफ 2:1 इन वॉल्यूम एंड 1:8 इन देयर मास, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज़ अ कंपाउंड। फुल स्टॉप करके लिखेंगे। ऑल्सो वाटर हैज़ इट्स ओन सेट ऑफ प्रॉपर्टीज which are entirely different from those of its constituent elements. Okay, water is a compound because it is made up of elements hydrogen and oxygen which are combined in a fixed ratio of 2:1 by volume and 1:8 by mass. Full stop. Also water has its own set of properties which are entirely different from those of its constituent elements. Coming to question number 3 part 1. Why does temperature in Mumbai and Chennai not fall as low as does in Delhi? Because Mumbai and Chennai lie in coastal region and are surrounded by large water bodies. Full stop. Due to high specific heat, water maintains the climate and keep their cities warmer in winter. Then question number 3 part B. Give the property of water responsible for controlling the temperature of our body. So start writing the answer. Our body is almost 70% of water and water has property of specific heat. Full stop. Due to high specific heat capacity, large amount of water present in our body controls the body temperature, which remain warm in winter and cool in summer. Now coming to question number 4. Water is a universal solvent. Comment. Answer. Water is a universal solvent as it dissolves most of the solutes which may be either solid, liquid or gas. Full stop. The reason behind this nature is high dielectric constant and polarity in water. Full stop. Both these properties help in breaking the force of attraction between the atoms of the solute molecules and they get dissolved. Okay, water is a universal solvent. Coming to question number 5. What causes the violence associated with torrential rain? Torrential rain मतलब बहुत ही heavy rain जब होती है उसको torrential rain कहते हैं। तो उसके साथ जो violence मतलब बहुत तेज़ हवाओं की वजह से पेड़ गिर जाते हैं, मकान गिर जाते हैं, तो उसके पीछे का रीज़न क्या है? Write down answer 5. The sudden release of latent heat of condensation causes the violence associated with the torrential rain. Coming to question number 6 part A. Which property of water enables it to modify the climate? I think we can leave this part. ये हम already discuss कर चुके हैं। हम 6 का A part कट करके 6B करेंगे। Density of water varies with temperature. What are its consequences? Write down. Water has maximum density of 1 gram per centimeter cube at 4 degrees Celsius, which is due to anomalous expansion, once again फिर से बोल रही हूँ. Water has maximum density of 1 gram per centimeter cube at 4 degrees Celsius, which due to anomalous expansion decreases on further cooling. Full stop. On reaching 0 degrees Celsius, when water freezes, it shows lesser density than liquid water. That's why ice floats over water, and the property of anomalous expansion also enable marine life to survive in extreme cold. This was question number 6 part B. Now question number 6 part C. What is the effect of impurities present in water on melting point and boiling point of water? The presence of impurities lower the melting point and increases the boiling point of water. Question number 7. How does fishes and aquatic animals survive when the pond gets covered with thick ice? At 4 degrees Celsius, water has maximum density, so it gets heavier and sink down. When the temperature reaches 0 degrees Celsius, the topmost layer freezes and acts as a blanket so that the internal heat could not escape. This heat is enough for the aquatic life to survive. Okay. Coming to question number 8. The properties of water are different from the properties of elements of which it is formed. Water is a compound, and a compound has different properties from its constituent elements. Like hydrogen burns with pop sound and oxygen reglows the burning splinter. But water is neither combustible nor supports combustion. It means that water has no property of its constituent elements. Now question number 9. How is aquatic life benefited by the fact that water has maximum density? Already we have done it as question number 7. No need of repeating again. 9 को कट करेंगे. Directly come to question number 10. What are your observations and conclusion when tap water is boiled and evaporated in watch glass? Write down. When tap water is boiled and evaporated in watch glass, a number of concentric rings of solid matter are seen. This show that water contains dissolved impurities or salts. So here we have finished 10 questions. Remaining questions we will discuss in next video. Write down.